Hiya folks, welcome back for more Let's Play Under a Killing Moon. I have to redo a little bit of video here because this video, well, it didn't work out too well for me. So, let's make sure everything still works. Yes, close panel. Okay. This little 15-minute section of video got lost, so I will quickly look around and make sure I find everything that I didn't find before. Or I did find it before, but let's look. You see, now we've got a job, and we've got to start gathering clues about our suspect here.
Looks like a shoe print is outlined in that sticky pool of something resembling chocolate. Footprints about a size 14.
So we know his footprint size now, huh?
Like Rook always says, you can cut corners here and there, but there's nothing like a quality garbage can.
Move it. And what's this?
Looks like a key of some kind.
Uh-huh.
Like Rook always says, you can cut...
Let's move that back. Get it out of our way. And there's something for us.
Shard of glass must have come from that broken window.
Now we will examine it.
Looks like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently our burglar is a Carrot Top.
A Carrot Top, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry about this. One of my videos is disappeared. And it's a video where I do most of my exploring back here, so I've got to redo it and hope I do everything I did between now and the next
One
video.
of those basketballs they used to give away at Weenie World.
Hey. So apparently he was a basketball player.
Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360.
But not much of one.
He's foul.
Fail. So, we've seen the important things there.
The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean.
That's interesting.
I don't usually enjoy piles of garbage, but they do add a lot of character to this alley. Well, that steep staircase looked really hard to climb.
Oh, hang on, I need to check something real quick here. Okay, there we go.
Well, that steep staircase
There
looked
we go.
really hard to climb.
Oh, we can move
Well, that
this
steep
back and
staircase
forth.
looked really hard to climb.
I just wish you wouldn't have to look at it every time and say that.
This is where graffiti novices come to practice. After honing their skills, they move on to places where people actually care if you spray paint their walls.
So you get kind of the idea that this is just a
I don't
rundown
usually
alley.
enjoy piles of garbage, but they
in
do
a
add
bad
a lot
part
of
of
character
town.
to this alley.
So I'll try not to spend too much time looking around here, but we have one very special trash can.
Wow, a recyclable paper can. Finally, a glimmer of ecological responsibility. I didn't know Rook cared.
He probably doesn't, but hey, we'll pretend he does.
It feels like somebody's watching. Someone really weird. It feels like
Could
somebody's
be.
watching.
I mean, I'm watching.
These are empty jumbos. An empty bottle of evanescent spring water. For those with a higher class of thirst.
Bring
Wonder
it to
what all
life,
these
Tex.
garbage cans
Bring
are
it to
doing around
life.
here. Maybe Rook is running a low-rent hostel.
Well, with the Rook, you never can
The empty
tell.
bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean.
Oh, somebody has a fetish for chocolate. Now that we've pulled down the staircase.
Hey, this door's just painted on.
Nice.
Whatever's on the other end of this power box must be out of commission. The gauge is as dead as my love life.
You can't really tell. Yikes.
Another billboard advertising cosmetic surgery. It's big business these days. Mutants with money will pay anything to look like norms.
Well, in this day and age, you know, Texas day and age, I guess looking like a normal human instead of a mutant might be a bit of a help.
Whoa! This antique boombox worked. I bet it'd only play the Bee Gees. This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here.
Batteries are always good to have. Super heavy duty batteries, that. And we discard them.
Oh man! This dumpster smells like 20-year-old mayonnaise, and I oughta know.
How do you, on second thought,
Well,
I
I'll be
don't
darned.
know.
Except for the filth and stench, the interior isn't much different than the average studio apartment. In fact, it's nicely furnished. Someone's been living here, and I wonder if he saw anything.
Well, not really sure if anyone saw anything. But for now... Now that
Oh,
we're
I
back
would
here,
love to see my ex-mother-in-law squeeze through there.
Nice. But now that we're back here, we can move those boards so we can just walk back here instead of going through Rook's pawnshop. Just to make sure I want to do that. Make sure I've explored everything I can. Yeah, looks like I've explored pretty much that entire thing. More garbage on the street. And get back out in the street. I don't remember if I do this yet or do it later.
Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear she's a mutant, but it doesn't show. The only weird thing about her is she won't go out with me.
I wouldn't call that weird.
Chelsee Bando's the kind that could hold her own with anyone, but she has a way of turning my knees to jelly. She's a mutant just like everyone else in this part of town, but she's a real beauty.
Well, hello, stranger.
So, we could pick on her a bit, but she kind of likes you to play, you know, she likes to be hit on, but not overtly. But the subtle innuendo is not a good idea here.
Chelsee, you're breaking my heart.
Why? Because I've got a steady job?
Ouch.
No, it's just you're so beautiful it makes me ache. Let me buy you a drink and I'll tell you where it hurts.
Gee, Tex, you know, that kind of talk could get you into trouble. But I don't drink with customers.
I'd be happy to throw in a chili dog with that drink.
Well, an offer like that, oh, that's hard to refuse. But no thanks. So, is there something I can do for you?
So now, we can talk to her about just about everything here.
Yeah, you know, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. You know, I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm.
So that makes 3 and 4 things we know about this guy. We know his shoe size, we know his hair color, we know his eye color, and we know he had a tattoo.
Wish I could help you there, Tex. Sorry, I haven't heard anything. The crusade is big. I mean, much bigger than most people know. They have operatives all over, and then these huge sections of the norm population are joining. Well, they say it's a religion, but then they encourage the members to be violent and prejudiced towards others. Wish I could help you there, Tex. Luckily, Ardo seems to like me. I mean, if I were on his bad side, I'd be tempted to relocate. He could crush a Subaru with one hand.
Kind of a scary thought, isn't it?
Sal's a handful. He's a nice guy, but I don't know, I feel kind of naked when he gives me the eye. Franny's a live wire. Either she or Sal is going to do time for killing the other one. I have never seen a couple fight like they do. I love Louis, but his friendliness doesn't fool me. He's the sharp one. He knows everything that's going on in this neighborhood. Oh, you know me, Tex. I'm just making ends meet. Rook acts like a tough guy, but he's a softie. Just don't tell him that to his face.
And that's the end of that conversation. Just because I'm probably going to go over here just because I need to make sure that I get everything done I did originally. You notice, hey look, there's now somebody sitting out in the alley. So I'm pretty sure that either now or next time I talk
Well, that's
to
the
Rook.
sturdy, worm-eating back door to Rook's pawn shop.
So, Murphy, have you come up with anything yet?
I've got some clues, but I need some more information from you.
It makes me mad as hell that someone would break into the shop. I have a hard enough time making ends meet. It was a beauty. Encrusted with diamonds and rubies and inlaid with gold. I don't know anything about that. Don't get me started. That movement is nothing but a hate machine. The Civil War's on the horizon because we mutants can't sit around and take the discrimination anymore. Those crusading fools have started something too big to control. I don't know anything about that. Strikes me as a village idiot. He came by one time to see if I had any Inspector Burns action figures. I told him I'd never heard of these Burns characters and thought the kid was gonna tear my damn head off.
That's kind of scary, isn't it?
Sal's a brute. Funny as hell, but he can get pretty bad after a couple of drinks. He and his wife Franny have a real love-hate thing. Makes me glad I never tied the knot. Sal leaves running the pizza joint up to Franny.
We may need to go talk to
Franny's a hot-blooded gal.
and Sal.
She and her husband Sal wake up the neighborhood sometimes with their rows. Louis and I go way back. We ran guns to Ethiopia before World War III.
Ethiopia?
They
Really?
fought in the same regiment during the war. After the war, Louis opened the brew and stew and told me about this shop, which I bought for a song, and then I started my own pawn business. She's a honey, ain't she? Makes me wish I was 30 years younger. She knows the black market and has helped me make some connections. That depends on whether you're here to help me or to irritate me.
Okay, well, let's exit to the alley. And I believe I am back to where I was when I originally ended this video here. Now the next one starts out just right there. So, I am going to call this one a video. Hopefully I've gotten everything done I did last time in this video. I hope to God I did. But anyway, I will see everybody next time when I continue off with where I originally went. So, hope to see you then, folks. Take care.